Yeah, I don't think I don't have an issue doing Sky. What was that, Vincent? Yes, just one more time. No, just one more time. You're getting there, probably.
I can't hear anything.
Howdy, everyone. Welcome to episode 4 of Save Room 4, where we gather around the virtual table each and every week to talk video games and gaming, and just kind of what we're playing, seeing what's going on. This week, I'm joined by Nick, who we sometimes call Vincent, Garrett, who we just call Garrett, and I'm Sammy, who we never call Sif. So it's going to be a pretty chill week. All I've been doing is playing a lot of just like little things, and it's been a pretty slow news week, honestly. Like nothing's really happened. So we're just going to kick it off with the usual and just do what we've been playing, and we'll do Vincent first because I know Vincent has some tales from the turf for NCAA 14.
Oh hell yeah! So
Nice.
Okay, I haven't really been playing much this week, but it's more of carryover from the week before. When I had a lot to talk about. But anyway, I'll get into it. So my coach, Mark McDunna, I don't know where we left off last time, but I finally left UMass as the offensive coordinator. Took the job, that offensive coordinator job at Hawaii. I was like, I'm going to turn this place around. Year one, go 12-2, but I win the Heisman with my boy Jeremy Higgins, who's a guy in real life. Curious what he's up to nowadays. And so I was like, you know what, I'm going to stick around because I recruited this like dope four-star freshman recruit named Raymond Swanson. I was like, I got to stick around and see.
That's a 4-star name for sure.
Big time swag.
I turned down the OC job at Michigan, the OC job at Louisville, like some top-tier OC jobs, turned them down. So I wanted to see what I could do with Raymond Swanson. We go 13-1 and have an Orange Bowl victory. I'm like, wow. Damn.
Great
Raymond
season.
Swanson's my dude. So I'm like, all right, we got to stick around. We got to see what we can do the next season with him. Next season, what did we do the next season? Next season was a season it went poorly, and I got really pissed off and simulated the last 5 games because I lost like 3 games in a row.
Rage sim. You rage simmed.
I was like, I didn't quit anything. I didn't quit, but I was
right,
like,
didn't quit. Just simmed and didn't, yeah.
Ended up going 8-4. And moved on the next season and was like, well, I can't. I was ready to leave Hawaii after that one. I was very pissed off. I was like, my defense sucks. I hate everything. I suck. But I only got a job offer from Oklahoma, and I just didn't. That was the best offer, and I didn't want to go there. So I came back for another year, and then I lose in the Natty after having 3 fumbles that were turned over. I lose by 1 possession in the Natty. And I had 3 total fumbles on the entire season up to that point. And the game said, nah. We're going to give you 3 turnovers for fumbles in the Natty. So I lost to a 9-3 South Carolina in the Natty. And I was ready to leave. But now we're on Raymond Swanson's senior year. And I said, Raymond, if you don't go to the NFL and you come back, I'll come back. And this is coming off Raymond winning the Heisman and being in the Natty, and he came back. Nice. So now we're 7-0 right now, running through. We're number 3 in the nation right now.
Who's ahead of you guys? Are you number 3 after?
I don't read the polls. I don't read the polls.
There you go. That's good. Yeah.
I made that decision.
Doesn't even know how to use a computer. He just only a newspaper.
Control what I can control. God's plan, right?
Fourth season, I was like, oh, I wonder who's on my. I like accidentally pressed start season before I did like the custom schedule or whatever, and I was gonna look through it, and I said, no, I don't care about who's on the schedule. Exactly. Only thing that matters is the next game
in front of you.
That's
the season we made the Natty. I didn't read any of my press clippings. I didn't even know that Raymond Swanson was in the running for the Heisman until I got the notification at the end of the season that said Raymond Swanson won the Heisman. Like, didn't even know.
Didn't even attend the ceremony. How good of you to not support your guy out there in New York.
It's absolute humbleness.
So I like
we'll see what happens. I'm going to leave no matter what at the end of this season because Swanson will be gone. Even though I do got Bobby Hall, who's another stud recruit.
Oh, B Hall? Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Give me your dream program to go helm after this. Do you have any of the conferences you want to go to, or what's the thought?
It's tough because I forgot. I also turned down the A&M job too.
Ooh, alma
With
mater,
Johnny
turning down the alma
with
mater
Johnny
too.
still there.
That is tricky, dude.
Dude, Aggie Land was rejoicing because like, oh, dude, his alma mater, he for sure is going to come back, and then
And then
Well,
just
Swanson
shot us in
had
the
him
nuts,
under
pretty
his
much.
spell, dude.
The problem is I played so many seasons as A&M in the past. I was like, I'm not doing
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, it makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah. Hawaii's
but-
cool too. I like that.
Yeah, I think that was fun.
Getting a
The
natty in Hawaii
problem,
would be sick.
the problem with leaving is I only want to leave for a top tier head coaching job, but they'll only offer you like Pitt will be like the best head coaching job they'll like offer me
Mhm.
straight up. You know,
Yeah.
since I've never been a head coach before.
Yeah.
So I think the only thing I'll leave for is like a offensive coordinator job at like a Georgia or Florida. That's the only way I'll be
So
out.
you want to go SEC?
I want to be like a top tier team, but not like your Alabamas, your LSU's, your Ohio States. I want to
Vandy.
be like next, like the right below that.
Yeah, yeah.
A
I feel
Vandy,
like that's the
Kentucky,
fun in that
there you
game
go.
is getting to just create a powerhouse out of one that, you know, in real life is like a little bit of a powerhouse, but hasn't won in a long time.
Right. My
Revitalize
actual
them a
dream
little bit.
job is to get offered the Hawaii head coaching job. That's my actual dream job, which I
That would
thought
be
was
cool,
gonna.
dude. That would be so
I
cool.
thought that was gonna happen after my first season, because after my first season there, I came with it was a new head coach as well that came with me to be an offensive coordinator, and Pete Kwiatkowski left after his first year. The year we went 13-1 or 12-2, and I won the Heisman with Jeremy Higgins, and I was like, they're gonna offer me the head coaching job, and then they didn't. They offered it to Rod Carey, who's still the head coach there.
You
these
know,
days.
Twitter like loves you because you're like you probably show up to press conferences with like a scowl, but you have like a button down and like a lay on. You're like, yeah, like we tried to get down to field as best we could. It's a 3-day weekend coming up, so we're pretty excited about what the boys can do. But completely just scowl face, wrinkled to all holy hell.
Is your guy fat? You should put a clip of him in the video so I can see what he looks like.
Yeah, I'll
I
find
see a
clip of
screen.
him.
I
He's-
see a screenshot of him.
Look a little screen grab of him.
I'll get
I
a
want to see
screen
him
grab
or
of-
see him saunter on the sidelines or whatever. Just find something for me.
I'll get a screen grab of him. He's a small guy. He's not big, so.
Got it.
But yeah, that's it. I don't want to bore you guys with
No, I
tales
love
of
it,
the
dude.
turf.
It's interesting. And honestly, sports have been gone so long. I mean, it's interesting to hear some of these schools
Yeah.
and stuff.
Oh, I got a 5-star wide receiver 2 seasons back. My first 5-star named Anthony Coleman,
Huh?
and that dude just lighting it up. He's already 99 overall as like a junior, and he's just. I put him in the slot because I only ever throw it to the slot, so he's my 3rd string wide receiver, even though he's my best one.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that boy, I just bring in 5-star wide receiver recruits now like it's nothing. I got Anthony Coleman now. I got Sam Smith. I got 2 years ago, and this year I got Steve Hill. So I got these 3 guys all from
So
Hawaii.
some college
Just
football
Those
ass
local
names.
homegrown, just
Yes,
you know,
the
homegrown
Hawaiian
boys.
homegrown
Uh-huh.
Steve Smith.
Tua and Mariota and the
That's one of my
boys, all
favorite-
the brothers
my
are
favorite
coming in.
things Is like so. I downloaded the rosters before I started it all, right? So it had like the real names of guys like Joey Iosefa, like
That's cool.
Willie Iofaga. Like these are all like really Hawaiian names, right? And
Yep.
then you start getting like the made-up recruits from Hawaii. They're like John Smith.
Yeah, and it's
from
like, yeah,
Honolulu,
probably,
Hawaii.
Yeah, probably not from Hawaii, but I guess could be.
Yeah.
Just not, you know.
So
Yeah.
he'll
Generations
find the
don't go back
culture
a
there.
couple or the family doesn't go back a few generations
He
there.
just
but,
shows
you
up.
know,
He's like, Wahio. I don't even know if that's a Hawaiian word. Aloha.
Ohio.
Wahio. Maui.
Hiyo gozaimasu.
Maui. My arigato gozaimasu. Mohio. What else?
Yeah, that's really
That's pretty much it.
that's really all I've played this week, and haven't really played much except for the like 1 hour Forza that I played with Sammy.
Yeah.
Nice.
Which was
Yeah, I've
which
heard
was
good
a
things
blast.
about Forza, and it's on Games Pass, so it seems like
Dude,
a good.
That's
Go
our.
on.
That's like no one else ever really bought into that game, but Vincent and I have all. We've been on that game for
I
a
haven't
long
played
time.
a good
So
racing game
good.
in a long time.
It's fun.
We started playing it not thinking we would like it.
Uh-huh.
We just started playing it because it was like, oh, it's free, and everyone says it's good, but like I have
Yep.
zero interest in cars or car games.
Mhm.
And next thing I know, Sammy and I are burning out around corners.
Just with
man.
with cars that have just like
Just
anime
straight
girls
going,
all over them.
Yes.
And the next thing I know, I'm getting the achievement to drive on all roads.
Yeah.
So, you know,
It's
There's like
What an
490
achievement. I feel like
roads.
I was gonna say, is that hard? I feel like that would be really challenging.
I think it's one of those ones that's like 1% of gamers have unlocked it. It's because
Dude,
like,
yeah,
I'm
when
sitting,
the little gym pops up next to when
Yep.
the achievement unlocks, it's
Mhm.
like, dude, the
I'm
dopamine
sitting there
start
like
firing.
45 hours into the game, like pulling up my mini map, looking for like the
last
maps of the
little
roads
road,
that haven't
yep.
been outlined yet. Be like, okay, I need to go there. All right, let me drive 20 minutes across the map to get this little dick road so I can just drive through it.
The best part is, and even though the game does nail, like, think about like Vincent when we played on whatever, like Wednesday, where it's like, hey dude, you want to just drive to the top of the map together? And we're like, yeah, let's do it. Let's just drive to the top of the map.
That's
have
fun.
like no reason. And then it's like, hey, do you see that mountain? Let's drive to the top of that mountain. Yeah,
Sounds like a good game to play with a couple beers, and when you're just kind of like taking it easy.
You're not supposed to drink and drive though, so
that's a good point, actually.
Yeah, we don't condone that, but you know, if you play Forza with some claws, you know, it is what it is.
Dude, it's super, and also it probably has like the best in-game radio station. Horizon Pulse, dude. Horizon Pulse is so fucking.
Is it like alt rock or what is it?
No,
it's like I've listened to the Horizon Pulse more than I've listened to a real radio.
Horizon Pulse has a lot of songs like.
Is it like Grand Theft Auto where you have like 8 or 9 stations, or is Horizon Pulse the only? Okay.
Horizon Pulse.
And what's the genre on Horizon Pulse? Is it EDM or is it?
It's like synth. Like
it's a lot of like feel good. You're waking up in the morning watching the sunrise.
Yeah.
So, okay.
I drive my car out today.
Let me see. I'll look it up. You keep talking, and I'll find some songs.
It's
Horizon Pulse.
Very, very into that game. I think me and Vincent were playing, and what we also do is we try to compare like best paint jobs. So like I pulled up with like a My Hero Academia Lamborghini, and then Vincent pulls up with a 3-wheel car with the Pornhub label just smacked on the side. You can just download it from other people.
That's sick. That's so cool.
Once I saw your Pornhub car, I knew I was
like you don't have to pay. You can just roll up with just a sick whip with just a
scum.
paint job.
We have so many just like random like anime and like SpongeBob. I think I
saw you were driving Diva, right?
Yeah, I have like a Diva car that I like. Bugged 69. My favorite car.
69.
Sammy, is it from Forza or is it from NBA 2K? Just clap your hands like. Is that from Forza?
Is that or is that from? No, that's NH. It's not NHL. Then never mind. That's gotta be 2K.
I'm looking it up. I thought it was from Forza. Just clap your hands, like.
Besides,
use clap your hands.
Clap your hands. Video game. I think besides Forza, I'm not really playing a whole lot.
Games. Anyway, sorry, we've derailed this again. We're so good at derailing.
No, I like the radio station call out though. I haven't thought about
dude, it's so good.
Since,
let youth clap your hands off the Horizon
Just
Pulse.
clap your hands like.
Just clap your hands like.
It's so good, dude.
Love it, dude.
It's a banger.
It is every single one of them. And Vincent and I played 3 together. Now we're playing 4, and then now I'm pretty pumped for 5 because I think 5 will actually probably be like close to a launch game for Series X. I would bet.
People are saying Tokyo.
Yeah, that will definitely.
If it's Tokyo, I lose my mind. Like I fucking lose it.
Do they pick a city for the game to be based around?
They pick a real country, but like a fictional area of the country. So like this one's in Britain. The last one was in France.
They've got real locations in this one.
But isn't like the map itself is like kind of fictional? Like I think there's like real little things, but like the way you get there is just like made up for a video game. The first one was in Colorado. Right. The second one was in Australia. Third one was France. This one's in Britain.
Dude, seems like Asia's next up.
Dude,
let's see
if there was a Japan, dude, that would be. Oh, that'd be huge. Oh my god.
The thing is, they probably want countries that are into like
cars.
That type of racing, though, which I'm not sure. Japan would.
Tokyo Drift, dude. Ever heard of it?
I know. I think of Drift exactly. I think of Drift, but that's different than Forza, right? Forza's more of like your.
It's just not, dude.
It depends. Are you playing Forza Horizon or Forza Motorsport?
Good point. Great follow up.
Okay, got it. So Motorsport's gonna be like your Gran Turismo more.
Yeah,
and then like
Motorsport's
your
like closed tracks, and Horizon's
drive wherever you want to drive.
Yeah, Horizon's open world, and then Forza's just like, or Motorsport's just like tracks.
Typical track, okay.
But dude, that game, that's especially if you have Games Pass, and that's a game you just should play for like 2 hours.
In case you're wondering, you can kick the
car. You have this guy in your ear, mechanic. This like scum guy who, he's like in your ear the entire time. He's like, hey, you were really pretty good out there. You're making a name for yourself. Now go race a fully functioning steam engine train. And you're like, yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll drive to that spot.
Fuck it, put me in this bad boy.
And he'll like give you the car. Or like, you're gonna drive this car to do it, and then you finish the race. He goes, "That looked pretty good." Yeah. Hey, in case you're wondering, you keep the car.
Throws the keys at you, and you just
gives you a car.
You catch the keys. He's twirling them on his finger. Go in. It's all yours, kid.
Yeah, you had one good race. Take this $200,000.
Yeah, this Bugatti.
Congrats.
This is your Bugatti
Like,
after you just beat 3 fighter pilots.
Just drove around the Dutch countryside, drifted up a mountain, and you're giving me like a 300K car. Dude, it's like, yeah.
At one point, you just race like 3 like fighter jets. It's like, hey, you're taking on these fighter jets, and you're like, yeah, sure. That seems about right.
Legal.
Yeah.
U.S. government's got us these things compounded. You can keep it.
Did you ever do the hot air balloon race?
Yeah, the hot air balloon was good as hell. Dude, it's so the one where you race the hovercraft. There's just all these like various. They keep throwing more and more things at you. It's like you're gonna race this jetliner, and you're like, yep, okay.
Did you do the one where you're filming Halo and you
no,
you have to race the Warthog?
That's good as hell. That's so good. And there's like
it's cool though. I remember hearing about like some
since they're like Microsoft
crossplay there, or what? Not crossplay, but like they bring in the IP from other games into Horizon. I was wondering how that would work. So you race against a Warthog.
And you could get the Warthog at some point, or you can get Lego cars if you're feeling it.
If you're vibing.
If you're vibing some just scum Lego cars.
Yeah, definitely. It's a vibe.
But yeah, so we played an hour of Forza.
Nice. We expounded on Forza for pretty much the whole pod, so this is great, guys.
And then I'll shoot through my other couple games. Let's see, I played. Me and Vincent started playing Gang Beasts, which is pretty fun.
Is that the one where it's like
everyone looks like they're made out of clay, like and you punch each other and you throw them off the edge?
Yeah, it's almost like Smash a little bit. Yeah.
So that's
right.
I've seen a lot of YouTube content on that. I feel like a lot of people have played it. It's fun with friends.
That's fun. Yeah, I'd say we like it. Been playing some just like putt golf games. Garrett and I played Terraria, which is 2D Minecraft, like through
kind of fire.
The
village is coming together.
It's really big. Giggy Guck, the village of Giggy Guck.
Yeah, the Giggy Guck town, and screw the jungle bats.
I'm done with jungle bats. I'm never going back to the fucking jungle ever again.
Jungle bats have been canceled.
But that's been fun. And I've liked that. And then I've been playing Gears Tactics, which is super fucking good. Like I really like it.
You like it? How long have you played it?
Probably like 3.5, 4 hours. It's a lot more. It's a lot more XCOM than Fire Emblem. And this is. I mean, it's finally happened. I realized like I love like strategy games like so much. Like at first I thought I didn't like them.
Turn-based type strategy games, right? Or not
but like
not RTS, but like
it's not called. I don't even know
XCOM, Fire Emblem.
Yeah, I don't even know what that's technically
called. That whole world, or what is it? Mario
Raving Rabbids, dude. I love that genre, and this game is so fun, and like it's it looks really good, and it keeps a lot of things like really fresh, a lot more XCOM-y than Fire Emblem-y, definitely a lot more Raving Rabbids than Fire Emblem, but it does a really good job of like you can do certain characters where they have like something called Overwatch, where it's like this cone of influence, and if you move in it, like they can hit you and stuff like that. So they have like a few cool little mechanics, and they like stick true to Gears. So you have like active reload in it. You can take people and then you down them, and then you can go like kill confirm them or wait for them to bleed out.
I like that.
But it's really good. And I'm playing it on.
Do you have any of the holes that open up?
Yep, and you have to run up and throw a grenade. Yep, you have to run up and like throw a grenade in it. So it's really cool. Like they stick 100% true to like the whole like Gears everything that's in there.
Yeah.
Chainsaw kills and Lancer kills are still really big. But I like it.
So it's an XCOM style, but like Gears of War
lore,
world.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's and you can do the whole XCOM thing where like you have your 2 main characters, but then the other 6 are like people you can name. So like I was streaming it yesterday, and I named one after one of my followers, and then one after Matty Cakes, and they could die. We'll see. Matty Cakes. We'll see if Matty. I don't think Matty Cakes is going to make it. I made his name Matty Cakes Grandpa Poo Poo. So we're going to see if he
holds on and he makes it through.
He's level 1, so it's going to be tough out there for him. But dude, I won't dwell on it too long. Really good game. I like it a lot. And
I like the Gears universe. I feel like that's going to be a fun.
It nails it,
thing.
Dude. It does a really good job of like bringing like there's just mechanics in it that you're kind of like, oh, dude, yeah, I remember this from the third-person shooter.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's cool. I'll probably beat it over the course of like next week and a half, and then come back with
Nice.
a little bit more. Besides
Good. I like
that,
that.
just regular games, the usual 2K, Overwatch. That's about it. So nothing crazy.
That's a good amount of games, though.
Yeah,
Like, it's a lot of games in the mix. You just don't have like you're not just like focused like methodic or what is it?
yeah, just hyper
Like you're not
focused
just
on one.
focused on one specific game. You got a bunch of
Right.
games going. Do you
Yeah.
play any Final Fantasy VII on hard or no?
Oh, dude, I'm very close. Actually, never mind. I'm playing that game too. I'm one chapter away from being in on hard, but I want to.
Nice.
I'm really close. I want to platinum it, so I got to beat all like those big bosses in the simulator, and they are fucking tough.
Yeah, I didn't go too far with those.
Yeah, it's hard. So I may go through and just beat on hard mode and then go
Didn't
back.
do that.
I just on my own free time, but I do need to beat it on hard mode. I really want to platinum that game. I mean, you know this, Garrett. The combat's just so fucking fun. Like I just
Yeah, it is
always
really
want more
fun.
of it. Like,
That's the allure to come back
Right,
after you know
exactly.
the story.
hmm
Just come back and hit the combat.
And it's cool because like I'm skipping cutscenes a little bit, but it's still probably gonna end up being like a 30-hour, 35-hour game.
Yeah, you watch the ones you want to watch and skip
Yeah,
the ones that are kind of
but
trash.
dude,
Yeah.
it's super good. I want more of that combat. I want more of that game so bad, and I just don't want to wait 3-4 years for a sequel. Like I just don't. It's unacceptable.
Yeah, it's
I
gonna
will.
be
I will
a
draw the
minute, though. I feel
line.
like I think you and I were talking about it. They just went into they're inching towards development or whatever of it, and it's like okay, so you
Yeah,
guys
they're
don't
like
have
they're in pre. I don't know. They said like we're in pre-development or like we're
yeah.
pre-planning, and I was
It's
like,
a
that's
year and a half
fucking
to 2
rough,
years
dude.
would be like a stretch to think. So we'll see.
We'll see.
Regardless, it's pretty awesome. I mean, it was good enough where I'm happy to wait for it, but obviously I prefer it sooner rather than later.
Sure. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Nice.
Garrett?
So I played a lot of games this week. Got some good news, boys. Disco Elysium done.
Do you
Doing
Check that
can,
out.
tell us
Disco
what
Elysium.
Disco Elysium is now?
So Elysium was confirmed it's the world, and Disco. There really is like no
Nah,
main reason
don't say
for the
this to
name
me.
Disco, but it's just like they reference disco a lot in the game, and your main character really likes disco music. So I don't know. There's probably some symbolic nature to it,
Mhm.
but yeah.
So it's more like a disco comma Elysium than disco
Disco.
It's
Elysium.
like it's like a
Elysium,
command, like
exactly.
disco.
Or I like
Elysium- on
disco in
Elysium.
World of
Yeah.
Elysium. Might be
Please-
a more accurate name.
I really
but,
like disco, and I live on Elysium, but that just doesn't roll off the tongue as
yeah,
well.
yeah. It's not. It doesn't hit as crispy as Disco Elysium. Game was good though. It had a good ending. Like the middle part was kind of a slog, but then once the murder mystery starts to come together and you start to have some cool like standoff moments and like really uncover some secrets in the case, like then it starts to open up.
Yeah.
But yeah, it ends up being a good game. It's a hard one to recommend though. It's like it's I can tell why it's an indie darling and why all the critics love it. It's like a game that I know critics would love, but overall like I would say it was about like 1 to 10 on how fun it was. Probably was like a 7 with the ending really helping like make it fun.
Yeah.
So beat Disco Elysium, also beat Dark Souls 3 the main story. So I'm on to the DLC now. Dark Souls 3 has taken part of my soul. I was getting absolutely smashed. There's like 2 or 3 bosses in there that are crazy. There's one called the Nameless King that was the hardest boss pre DLC, and I probably had to fight him like 50 times. So I think I
dude,
spent like
just-
2.5, 3 hours, but it was super satisfying. When I got the win, it was like, let's go. But supposedly there's a harder boss in the DLC, so we will see.
How close
I'll
are you to
report
being
back
done
on
with
that.
DLC? Do you think?
So there's 2 DLCs. First one bopped through. It's the shorter one. Took about 2-3 hours. I've heard the second DLC, the Ring City, is like maybe 6 hours, 7 hours. So I'm
Mhm.
about like an hour and a half in. It's going okay.
Yeah.
I like it. I mean, the game's really good, really pretty, really fun. And I played through Bloodborne, but I haven't beaten any of the other Soulsborne's games. So I'm excited to do this one. And that game
What's right
clocked in
next?
I'm at like
Sekiro?
35 hours. Yeah, Sekiro I
Sekiro's
think might be
next.
next up.
Yeah.
Sekiro might be next on deck, or maybe I don't think I'll go back to more Darks. I don't think I'll go back to more Dark Souls. I might do
Demon
Neo.
Souls or anything.
Yeah, I don't think I'll do that. I might do Neo. Might do.
Did you play Neo 1? You did, right?
I did for
Okay.
about 5-10 hours, and then it was when I first bought the PS5 and or PS4, excuse me, and Persona came out. So I just kind of was like, all right, like let me spend my time with that.
Yeah.
Other games I'm messing around with, played Risk of Rain 2, which is a roguelite shooter that's in early access, really fun. Got back into WoW a little bit.
This
so,
is like,
yeah,
I'm good on Risk of Rain.
Yeah, it's
yeah, Risk of Rain sounds
thanks,
really
brother.
good. Yeah.
I can tell he's struggling though.
Sorry.
I see him on the top screen just like trying to not do it, but no, it happens to me too. World of Warcraft I'm back in. I'm in Legion, so leveling up with Harry to hopefully we'll get into the newest expansion soon, and then Sammy and I played Terraria. It was really fun.
It was fun.
I'm jonesing to go back. I want to keep digging. I love that it's a good mix of Minecraft, but I get that SteamWorld Dig vibe with as well too.
It's good. It's a fun, it's a fun one. Vincent, you could always jump in on that. You're not like late to progression. Like it's really easy to jump in and jump out whenever you want to.
We'll see.
Yeah. We'll see if it keeps getting discounted more, and he'll jump in. I also on Reddit there was in the Should You Buy subreddit, someone was like, "You're coming in, Nick."
Sorry.
There was like a what should I play, like fun game to play with friends on PC, and Terraria was like the 5th recommended game on the list, and I commented on it, was like, hey, just started playing, it's really fun, like last patch just came out.
Let's figure out what Garrett's Reddit user tag is.
And then left it for a day, and then I got on Reddit today, and I got like 80 upvotes on that one comment. I was like, oh shit.
Terraria's really good.
Finally getting the
my genius is finally realized. Yeah.
Thank God. So I thought that was fun.
And now we can look up what Garrett's Reddit tag is using that.
I was first comment under the Terraria recommendation.
I almost posted in the Should I Buy subreddit about Star Wars Fallen Order and Bloodborne. I was going to be like, hey, if I like Star Wars Fallen Order, would I like Bloodborne? But I realized if I did that, you would see it, Garrett, and then you know my Reddit user. So maybe I'll just make an anonymous.
You don't want that. That upvote history.
I don't know what it is, dude. I don't know what it is. Like, I don't really do anything bad on Reddit, but it's like the one spot in my life I have like complete like anonymity. And it's just kind of nice. And then I think I was talking to one of our friends, and he found your brother. He found Harry's Reddit account one time.
Love it.
And just knowing that someone it's been compromised. I was like, fuck, dude, I wouldn't want my Reddit compromised. Never.
No, I'm with you. I like having anonymity on my Reddit as well. Yeah. Even though I don't upload anything, I would.
Exactly. I don't really do anything on it, but I just kind of am like.
Are you Black 1443?
That was so quick. How many upvotes I got now? That was 77.
You got 77.
Dude, your boy, I told you, I'm at 80, baby. Boys up.
It says
now Nick can follow me, so it's done. And everyone that watches the pod. Watches the blog here, whatever we call it.
Garrett's scrambling right now to delete anything he's ever posted.
I'm subscribing to all the hentai Reddits. Just like no.
I honestly have such a clean post history. I'm not even worried at all.
Awesome. Someone posts Terraria and he just goes, second this, last patch just released.
It got dropped and literally got half the upvotes the guy above me got. I was like, dude, I will take that.
This is easy.
Like, let's go. Get the karma score up. Let me see what my karma's looking like now. I'm very happy with it. Very happy with it. Damn it, Nick, that was too fast, dude.
Dude, he's literally just the hacker of the group. He's that Futaba, arms crossing over the keyboard when he's typing because he's typing so fast.
The Doggo Satellite, posted by uBlack on slash.
I put Ash on there. He's got a great. Upvote that though. That's a great picture, though.
I don't even have a Reddit.
And then some guy left like a really, really long-winded response, and I just upvoted it. I have no idea.
Damn, I'm sorry, Garrett.
Just doxed him, dude.
You
don't even have much. You've only got like 5 posts all time.
I told you, dude. You go to my comments, I guess, and see.
Let's see. What is? Why are you quoting that song? Where'd that go? WCG GW, if we have a build your own sled race with an ice wall at the finish line, and Garrett just comments, Debbie just hit the wall.
That was a great comment. It got no upvotes, but that was a great comment. Debbie just hit the wall. Go watch the video. Like, you will, as soon as you see it, Debbie just hit the wall. Some bowling for soup, dude.
All right.
Sack a day.
All right, sorry.
Great drill into the Reddit history of Garrett.
Hey, man, Reddit deep dive, boys. Come on. Expose me.
Anything else, Garrett, game-wise?
Say it again.
Anything else game-wise?
Looking forward to, I mean, honestly, just like forward-looking to, I guess, Xenoblades comes out at the end of this week. Mm-hmm. You're getting that, Sammy. And then Last of Us Part 2, pretty much. It's next up.
June. Yep.
Got a bunch of games in backlog that are not new, but I think Dark Souls 3 is the
primary
focus of my time, yeah.
Cool. Well, it seems like that is what we are playing. So we can do. So we have 3 options, or we can choose between 2. We can either do we care about this, or we can do.
I love Do We Care About This?
My Minecraft Dungeon, which is like a Diablo-esque, kind of Diablo-esque game, but just with a Minecraft skin on it, released this week, and it's also going to be on Game Pass. So, okay.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to touch it. I hate to say it. It would have needed to get. Yeah, I don't really care. I thought I might care, and then I looked into it for like 10 seconds. I was like, yeah, I don't.
I was waiting for Diablo 4 in like 2 years.
I hate to say it. Yeah.
So, okay.
So no.
Other release, Maneater, which is like that thing where you play as the shark. It's pretty much GTA. You play as a great white shark. So that came out this week. So
I don't care.
Also don't care. I saw a bunch of streamers were hitting it, but don't care.
Final Fantasy VII was the best-selling game of April. Yeah, that's
definitely care.
I mean, that's cool.
I think that's great. Hopefully, we'll expedite the next one.
Yeah, and that's not surprising though. I mean, I guess what else came out in April? I mean, I'm just trying to think of what else would have competed with it.
Saints Row 3, did that drop?
Actually, no, that is kind of surprising because Animal Crossing.
Oh yeah.
I'm surprised Animal Crossing didn't end up beating it.
Well, that Japan, they got a big Japan demo by an FF7. I mean, everyone likes Final Fantasy 7, Animal Crossing. Everyone likes Animal Crossing too, but
yeah, so that's a little surprising. And then the last one is Valorant Epic's CS:GO hero shooter is exiting beta in June and becoming like a full-fledged game. Do we have any interest in this game? Do we care about this?
I don't.
I don't either.
I feel like I should, but I tried CS:GO when I was younger. I didn't like it, and I get the allure of it. It's just not my type of game. So.
I'm in the same boat. Like I guess I'll watch people play it. I look at it. I'm like I'd rather
it's
play
more of a game I want to
point.
watch rather than play for sure. That's
Agreed.
Yeah.
So that's that's literally like all. I went to a bunch of websites and just scrolled through the last week of news, and I was just like, there's just not a damn thing.
Yeah.
So that's all.
Yeah, dude, that's a good point. I was just trying to think if there was any other like big things that popped out, but dude, I think you nailed it.
There's a rumor of a Simpsons Hit and Run remaster coming out, so that's kind of cool. I mean,
I didn't play the first.
Yeah. It wasn't.
We're just a bunch of naysayers here. A bunch of just.
I mean, dude, but there's nothing.
There's horses in here.
There's nothing. There's nothing happening. There's nothing worth a dang. So we're gonna move on to then the topic.
Sorry, Nick. I had to flex on the yawn. I had to flex. I get my one. That's my one.
No problem, Bob. Hey,
we could have slept in, but you guys just decided to get up early. That's fine. For the topic this week, we're doing most underrated games. We're going to pick our top 3 and then have like an honorable mention or 2. So basically the rule is games that you personally at least think are like really good and you really enjoy, but are under or 75 or under on Metacritic.
Can I go 80 or under? I'm sorry to be scummy on that. Nope. Okay.
You can make an honorable mention afterwards. Yeah.
All right, got it.
I don't care.
Yeah, you can do it, Gary. Yeah, the rules don't matter to you.
The thing is that one of these games is under a 75 on one of the platforms it released on.
So I was
I'm using
okay,
that.
cool.
yeah, no mind. So I was running into that as well, where like some of the platforms was really low, and I was like,
Yep.
but
Yep.
one I didn't use. I guess I'll just Sonic Adventure 2 is an 89 on GameCube, but then was like a 60 on other platforms. I was like, well, I'm not
You mean
gonna like.
Dreamcast?
No. Well, it's on GameCube. Sonic Adventure 2 Battle is
Oh, got it.
So it was like it may be the other way around. Like, was it
Is that your
89
first
on
pick?
no? Because there's an 89 on Dreamcast. It was like a 60 on GameCube or something like that. And I was like, I'm not gonna fuck with that. Like, it's too big of a gap for me to like feel good about
Sure.
it. So who wants to start? Well, let's rock paper scissors for it. Ready?
No one's gonna steal mine, so I don't care what order I go
Yeah,
in.
Sammy, you go first. We'll give it to you. Nice, you won.
Perfect. All right. So the first one I'm going to go with a 73 on Metacritic. At least on the PlayStation version, I think the GameCube version got a 60. Is Gauntlet: Dark Legacy.
Great game.
Super
Great
dude.
game.
And
Wow.
I get it. Like, I get why people probably didn't like it. It's just because it feels like it's pretty like one dimensional. But dude, that game was like, it's just like the perfect like beat 'em up, like hack and slash. Just turn your brain off and play. And like the progression's actually pretty good. There's a lot of really cool like. There's a lot of like a little bit of minutia in there with like using different spells, but it's definitely like very Metroidvania-y and a collectathon. It has a bunch of really cool things. It's a classic like Jack of all trades, master of none. But I burned so many hours into that game, and
I
like
played it a lot too.
yeah, there's like the
I played it a
arcade
lot, too,
version
yeah.
and like
Fun co-op game with your
dude,
buddies.
yeah,
too.
exactly.
Yeah,
And
a
it has
couple
so
friends
many
over as a
cool
kid.
like it has secret characters and secret levels, which by the way like aren't really a thing anymore in games, and it's just like cool like having that.
Dude,
and it's
as
just
a kid, that was such a big thing.
Oh, dude, yeah, and I mean, I love it. And then there's all these bosses, and it was cool. Like whenever you would level up, like your character would get like more armor and stuff like that. You get a little familiar, which was like a little dragon or something on your shoulder. The game's super good. It's really really fun. I went back and played it like a year ago, and I was like, yep, still enjoying myself.
Still hit.
Yep. But I agree. I think if you play it with a group, like that is how that game is meant to be played.
Yep.
So that's my first pick is Gauntlet: Dark Legacy.
Nice. Nicholas?
All right. My first one I'm going to start with. I'm going to read you some of the comments first on Metacritic. Very buggy, amateurish attempt at making a game. Entirely broken FPS. Don't waste your hard-earned dough on this mutt. Bugs, glitch, and lack of content. It may be fun, but it may not be.
Good solid endorsement on that one.
Yeah, and the one that gets me is the don't waste your dough, because I bought this game for 99 cents. Okay.
Oh, great. So you did not waste any dough.
Right. So the game is Orion Dino Horde.
Of course.
It has a 36 on Metacritic, and this game, it was buggy as shit. It had terrible connection problems, but it was 99 cents. Okay, and I played this game with my brother so much. Yeah, I played this game with my brother so much in college.
Right now.
It's kind of like if you ever played the game Evolve, but I think it was better than Evolve. Evolve was kind of cheesy. Dino Horde like knew what it was doing. It was like you and your buddies, you drop in, and it's just wave after wave of dinosaurs, and eventually the big one comes.
Nice.
And it's got like the same kind of style like League of Legends, where as you play, you get like money and you can run back to your base and level up, get yourself better guns. And it was just like a fun game where you could like kill time with friends. It would take like 30 minutes, just run in, kill some bad guys, fight a dinosaur, pop out.
Dude, and
it
honestly,
was so fun. It was so fun.
Were you playing it when you were younger, or was recently, or sorry?
It was in college. It was like
okay, nice.
2012.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's great.
Awesome. It was awesome for what it was. It like 99 cents, and for what it was so fun. It was worth every penny I spent on it.
Love
Dude,
that.
There's a game like Xbox just announced a like co-op dino shooter that's coming out here in like the next 3 months. So
it's like literally what this was.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe that's something to think about. Something to put in little bug to put in your ear.
Just a little just put
something,
it in there.
something to bring you back. Dino Horde.
Dino Horde. My first bop is I'm getting out in front of this because I think Sammy may have it on his list. We'll see though. Maybe not though. I don't know how deep you went on your list, but Mass Effect Andromeda.
Fucking hell, yeah.
So
yeah, it's on there for me.
it sits under a 75. I played it on PC anyways, and it's under 75 on PC. And Sammy and I both love Mass Effect. Nick, are you super into Mass Effect as well, or?
I enjoyed them.
Okay. So that's actually a good. I'm glad that you have that type of like. All right, I enjoyed it, but you're not like everything Mass Effect diehard. Like Sammy and I both played Andromeda and thought it was a really good
100%
story.
did.
The story
We
was
both
pretty
100%
good.
did.
Yeah, we both did. Honestly, it was really fun. The animations were botched. The combat was a bright spot. Was really good. The story had chunky, horrible pacing. Not a lot of payoffs, but still was overall interesting. But like, dude, I liked that game a lot. I thought it was a good game. I thought it probably deserves to be under a 75. But if you like Mass Effect, it probably deserves to be in the 80s, right? But
yeah,
I thought that was a good one.
Did you ever replay it, Garrett?
No, I didn't. Did you?
Yeah, so I've replayed it 3 times.
Okay.
And it's
good.
And
like
it's pretty.
Like that?
I'm just trying to give some context. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, you can yawn again if you need to.
Yeah, hold on.
So,
no, that's Vince's job.
So with they put a bunch of like bug fixes and patch updates and stuff in there, and like it runs pretty solid. Like there's still a lot of like the best way to describe it is like something about the facial animations where like their lips like pucker whenever they say stuff. Like,
yes.
It's like here I go, I'm gonna go over there, and you're like, what the fuck did I just see?
It's bad.
It's
so
really
bad
weird.
sometimes.
But dude, like the best way I can describe it is like it hits a lot of the same beats as like Mass Effect 1. Which everyone was like, oh, that sucks. I was like, yeah, but didn't you probably watched Star Wars Force Awakens and thought that was a good movie? And like, it's the same idea where it's like, oh, it just hits the same beats as it's like source material, but you can still just like enjoy it. Like, and I think like the traversal and the combat were so good, like so good compared to all other 3.
I agree. Yeah, it was. It was just unfortunate that the side quest writing was horrible. The exploration was not that much fun, and like the overall the pacing issues, but was still interesting.
Yeah, and I actually liked the character. Like I liked the main character. I liked the writers. I played as I did both the femme writer and a male writer, and they were both really good. I liked all. Yep. I think I liked all like the side characters and crewmates. I just wish there's like a little bit more to them.
Just didn't have a standout. Like they didn't just have a banger.
They didn't have like a Garrus. Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't have a Garrus.
Garrus
didn't
have
Liara, exactly. Tali Zora or whatever. They didn't have like the bangers. Okay. Back to you, Sammy. No, snake draft, right?
Yeah. So you just pick again.
So I go again.
Yeah.
Boys, this is another one that might be on the list. We'll see. This game. It's a long-standing series, but it always gets shitty reviews, but it's still fun as hell with your boys, is Mario Party. Any of the Mario Party.
Mm-hmm. Which one?
Really that?
There's
a few that were well rated, but if you go look at Metacritic on Mario Party, most of them are in the 70s. If not lower. Let me pull it real quick.
Mario Party 3, 74, 6, 71,
anything
8,
past 1 or 2.
8 was a 62 and 8 was a banger.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's a game that is fun with your friends, but I get why it gets bad reviews because it's just a board game that is not like they don't put a lot into it, but it's still really really fun.
Oh, agreed.
And it's a great third-party game. Yeah, if you look, I mean, Mario Party 1 is rocking a 79. I think Mario Party 2 might be the only one that doesn't fit the criteria.
Mario Party 2 is supposed to be like the big one.
No. Oh wait, hold on. Let me see. I can't find it.
Super Mario Party is a 75. Yeah, you're right, Garrett. I did not realize
that.
All of them just get hammered. They all get hammered. I think Mario Party 2 might get the nod, but
I couldn't ask a single person and have someone say, "No, I didn't like Mario Party."
Okay, exactly.
But I get why critics don't like it because if you ask like, okay, well, what is there to? Well, I mean, it's just a fun game to play with your friends, and like it's a first party title, but it just doesn't have a lot of depth. You just play the different worlds, but it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's a good call out, Garrett. I had no clue that was the thing.
Yeah, they got hammered on reviews.
All right. Nick, you're up next.
All right, my number 2. This actually has pretty favorable scores for user score. User score is an 8.2, but the meta score is 70.
Okay, let's hear it.
But my favorite comment is just nope, not a good one. It's for the PlayStation 2. Actually, the number 40 most discussed PS2 game of 2006. Greg Hastings tournament paintball match.
Dude, yes.
Wow.
This
Not a
game
good one.
slaps, dude. It is so
Not a
freaking
good
fun.
one.
Dude, it is so freaking fun. We I used to play this also in college with my roommates, and it like actually even now still stands the test of time. Like since I've graduated college, there's only 3 games I've played on the PS2: NBA Street, NFL Street, and Greg Hastings paintball.
That's
Like
sick.
it still stands the test of time. Like I don't know, there's just something about it. Like it's got just like a really in-depth career mode where you like create your player, and you like you can buy like real equipment from back in the day, like real like brands for like guns, real brands for like masks and stuff like that.
What was the main paintball gun? Tipton, is that right? Tipton 8.
Tipman was one, but
Yeah,
I think
I remember all the kids
back in
had
that
those.
time, everyone wanted the Angels. That was like
Oh, there you go.
or the Angel Hoppers that you could. But it had like the real players in the games, like the actual professionals that you can watch on TV. For those who actually watch paintball on TV,
sure.
I did.
The few out
It
there.
was dope, and like I still to this day I've never beaten the career mode because it's so long and like actually gets like pretty tough and not hard in that like it's like cheese hard.
Yeah.
It's like no, you like actually kind of have to like strategize because you start every match you start out like where you can kind of strategize. You direct where you want your CPU to like go, and like if you want them doing suppression fire while they're running across the map or like stuff like that. So like you actually have to strategize. I was like, it gets so hard. I was like, I just can't beat some of these guys. They're so good.
They're too good.
Yeah.
To me, that game sounds like the definition of a Blockbuster game.
I was
That like
literally
you would
saying, I feel
go
like I
on a
see that on
Friday night. Your
Blockbuster
parents are like,
shelf all the
"Hey,
time.
you can rent a game." You go on a Friday night. You're like, "I want a game I can play this weekend." The 1 or 2 games you wanted to get, like the ones you knew you wanted, are gone. But then you see
Greg
the
Hastings
paintball game.
just
You're
sitting
like,
there.
"Dude, I love paintball."
I
Dude,
love
there's
Greg
5 copies
Hastings.
sitting behind that. Like, dude, let's go. You get it, you pick it up, and you're like, "Yeah, I need to buy this game."
Yeah, I can
It's
make this
so
happen.
That game was so fun. I
100%
remember
a cop.
when I got it, my mom she bought me like 2 games or something. Was like, you can have one of them. Like I'm gonna return the other one. And I remember thinking that game looks dope and reading the reviews for it in like 7th grade and being like, I don't know, it sounds like it's terrible, but it looks fun. And I was so glad I made the right
Just one
choice.
with
listening
just
to
a
my
gut
dad.
a gut
Dude,
check,
that's
an ultimate
sick.
gut
That-
check.
That's cool. You kind of bucked your feeling of like, hey, I don't want to go for a game that's got poor reviews, and then you just
Yeah, this
get
is
it
the
and love
first
it.
game I
All-time
thought of
game.
when you guys brought this up. Was the first game I thought. I was like, yeah, I literally did exactly what we're doing right now. Like,
Yes, good.
mm,
Nice.
love that game.
Banger.
All right, Sammy.
Okay, so I'll shoot through. You took Andromeda from under my nose, but one I'll throw out there is the original Sonic Adventure for Dreamcast has a 48 on Metacritic. Don't really, which is
That's
super surprising.
crazy.
It's not, and so
That is crazy.
and so that's the like arcade version, the Xbox like arcade version, because that's the only way you can get it. But I was just like, okay, that game is the original is good, like for what it was, and also Sonic Adventure DX Director's Cut for GameCube, it has a 57. Sonic Adventure
How is it
on
a
PS3.
48?
Yeah, I know. It's
that is crazy.
that game, like for what it was when it came out, was awesome. I think it introduced Chow's, and like it's that and Sonic Adventure 2 have like nailed the 3D like Sonic formula, where like they know when to let you like do your own thing, but when to like rein it back and let the like speed kind of just like take over, and you go through loop to loops, stuff like that. And this game felt like it nailed it. Like it had the classic early 2000s, late 90s 3D platforming things that suck, which are like bad camera angles, terrible water controls, weird animations and stuff like that. But I don't know. I really liked it, and I think a 48 or 57 are both just
we
tough.
have to, but we have to come to an agreement that when it dropped on Dreamcast, the reviews had to have been money.
Right?
Like
They
I'm
had
looking
to
at
have been.
GameSpot's review for it, 9.2. Let's see what IGN gave it. But I agree, under this game that we're playing right now, you nailed it because they don't have it on Metacritic, and the fact that on 360 it got a 48, like what happened there?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
it's
to
a
me.
weird thing where like I feel like people score it based on what it currently is
What
rather
it is
than what
now.
it was.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, dude.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
it was an 8.6 on
Yeah.
No, 8.6 on.
It's just
I'm looking at. Yeah, it's exactly that. Like they give it a 3.5 when it came out on PS3, but when it dropped on Dreamcast originally it got 8.6.
And I guess in theory I could use Sonic Adventure 2, but it had one favorite. Like if you look at that on Metacritic, Sonic Adventure 2 is the only one that scored above a 75 for Dreamcast, whereas like the GameCube version is like a 73, Xbox 360 version.
No, I
is a
think
60.
it's good. I was more just curious like what that game got when it originally
When it came
dropped.
out,
Because
but
but to your point, like Metacritic's only cataloged the more recent
I
reviews.
know, so it's tough.
And basically the game didn't age well, I guess, is
Yeah,
what they're saying.
aged very poorly, which I kind of get. But anyways, and so then my number one pick actually, but I just didn't think. I don't think either of you played it, so I was just gonna pick it last. But this has a 73 on Metacritic and was honestly one of my favorite games of like the last like 3 or 4 years. Is Ukulele, which is I mean I get it. Like there's a lot of people because I think there's 5 worlds. Everyone's like they feel really empty, but they kind of do, but not really. Like
This is Kazooie's spiritual successor,
this
right?
is 100% a Banjo-Kazooie spiritual successor. Like it shamelessly like takes everything from it. Like even the heads that go like stuff like that. Like but it's so good. It's super pretty and the music slaps. Like I played that game from beginning to end. Like never was frustrated. I played it on Xbox One when it came out, and I loved it. I had so much fun. It's so like charming, and there's so much character around it. And I don't know. I think it's in like my top 15 Xbox games of all time. Like I love that game.
There you go.
Let me double check. Yes, it is literally number 15 on my Xbox One games of all time. And I don't know. It scratched the banjo itch
Big
perfectly,
respect.
and it fixed a lot of it fixed some of the control issues. But I think where a lot of people didn't like it is because like the water control still sucked, the flying controls were still iffy. But dude, I don't know. It's super a really good game. Especially if you like 3D platformers, I would actually highly advise picking it up and just enjoying it. But yeah, so Ukulele for sure.
Nice. I like that.
All right, Nicky
boy.
For my last one, I know I've talked about this game with Sammy before, and it is in my number 6 all-time Xbox One games.
Wow. Okay.
Coming in at 74 on the Metascore and a 53 from user score, surprised the hell out of me, is The Flame in the Flood, which I didn't.
Okay.
I'd never heard of this game until last year when I saw it on Games Pass, and I played it, and it was my favorite game I played all last year. It is the summary of it. It's reading from Metacritic: a roguelite river journey through the backwaters of a forgotten post-societal America.
Okay.
So it's like a survival
We got a couple
game.
screenshots here.
Yeah, it's a survival game, and you're on a raft, and you float down a river, kind of trying to get to the ocean. And you learn more and more as you go, what you're trying to do, but your health and your everything slowly depletes, so you have to like get food and stuff like that. So
Sure.
you have to balance trying to get down the river, and then also making like stops at places that are not submerged by the Great Flood, and like foraging for equipment and supplies, all while having to like fight bears and wolves and all sorts of stuff. It's really freaking neat game. It does like really cool mechanics. Like if you break your leg, your character's like speed decreases, and if you don't get
I like this, dude.
if you don't get the supplies to make a splint within like a certain time period, like your leg is just like permanently broken. Yeah, it's really cool.
I like that. Yeah.
It's
It's got roguelite elements. Like, can you finish it, or is it all about just surviving as long as you can?
Yep, it finishes. It's got a
Okay, that's
storyline,
cool.
but there is
Love
also an endless mode as well. It's sick. I love this game so much. I can't speak higher praise of it. It's so good.
That's cool, man. I might have to look into it. I'm checking it out. I like the art style a lot.
Yeah, let's say the art style's really cool.
And it's got a banger of a soundtrack. So
Just soundtrack just hits.
yeah, it
That's
hits
all
on
I
all the
need.
right ways. But I think it's a pretty short game too, for the like main story. And the main story is so cute. Like I was like kind of going, oh, at the end, almost like crying almost, but whatever.
Wow. Whatever. Just
Yeah,
little
I'm a
tears.
man. Like it doesn't matter. Like I do
Yeah.
push-ups and stuff all the time.
Yeah.
I highly
Push-up
recommend
guy.
it.
Big push-up guy.
That one's so good.
Cool.
My last one is breaking the rules a little bit because it's got a 76, but I think this like game is in the spirit of this
I
what
wonder
we're
if
trying
you
to do
picked
here.
what my honorable mention is going to be.
I don't think so, because I think I'm the only one that's played this. So I love RPGs. I love Skyrim type games, open world RPGs, and so Kingdom Come Deliverance
Yeah.
dropped. It's at a 76 right now. It's a good game. It's gotten a lot better after release. It was super buggy when it came out, but it's like a realistic open world, middle age, basically where the Czech Republic is, and you're in Bohemia, which is not a county, but like almost like a state in the Czech Republic. And you're like fighting with historical figures, and you start out as just like a scrubby blacksmith's son that no one cares about, and you can like slowly kind of work your way up. And you never end up being a king or anything, but you like work up realistically to what maybe a blacksmith's son could be. You know, you become a squire and stuff like that. And
Big aspirations for the blacksmith son.
it's like that's kind
I'm
of
gonna
like
leave
a
this
cool,
place and be a squire one day.
yeah, I'll be a big old squire. But
You
no,
guys-
it's cool how it stays true to the fact that like your character is like a really just like plain looking guy, normal personality. You're not a hero, like you're not somebody that like is going to do something extraordinary, but then through like circumstances and stuff, you end up having like a really compelling story within this world. It's a great game. Highly recommend it. But
I've seen this game before on Games Pass and thought about playing, but been scared off by the reviews.
yeah, so it depends, man. Like I played it on PC, which I really liked because you can mod out some of the annoying things about the game. Like you can
Okay.
only save by drinking a potion. Got rid of that. Got rid of like helmet vision. Got rid of like some of the dumb stuff that if you play it on box you might have to deal with. But once I modded out a few of the annoying kind of like draconic things they have in there, then everything it played really well.
Wait, so you're saying like really weird and bad like save methods like make a game like not playable?
It makes the game
So kind of like I'm just thinking of like other games that have like really poor save mechanics, like Dark Souls.
no, Dark Souls saves every second, dude. Dark Souls saves every second. What sucks is when you die and you lose everything. But
I don't know.
yeah,
Sorry,
no.
sorry, I hijacked that.
Let me rephrase. When the game is known for the fact that like they put these systems in that aren't fun, like they're legitimately going against the fun of the game, which I guess Dark Souls has some of those, but like Kingdom Come has
This is crazy.
All right, Kingdom Come
combat's better
Deliverance.
in Dark Souls, but highly
I
recommend
like
Kingdom
it.
Come.
Okay.
Real quick, I just want to. It's a 76, and this would have been my number one pick, but you know, I like obeying the rules, and it's 76.
Spirit of the game, yeah.
Spirit of the game. Wii Sports got a 76, which is fucking.
Oh, that's true.
Dude,
I forgot about that.
That's
unacceptable. Like I don't
Yeah.
I don't know.
What about Wii Sports Resort? Could you
Wii Sports
accept that
Resort
one?
got like an 82. It did better.
You hate to see
Dude,
it.
that's unacceptable. Like
hate to
it
see it.
nailed. It really pretty much nailed motion tracking like right off the rip, like pretty well. Like I mean, obviously there's a couple spots where you're like, but I don't know. I don't know who or why. It just I don't know. And this is like the only game I really like. Video game like in modern consoles I played with like my parents. And my parents love this game. Like,
It's
Yeah,
got to
it's
be
a
the
fun
same
game.
concept of like why Mario Party has bad reviews. Like it's fun to play with a group, but like
But
standalone.
as
playing.
as
I
a
get-
game, exactly.
I don't
As
know,
like a
dude, I
game you
feel
have to
like-
review. It's like
I guess like the mechanics of it, like the controls are so good. I don't know. I just feel like it should have gotten a lot of credit for like what it was one of the first ones to do what it did, which is like good solid motion controls that like were intuitive. So I don't know. That one annoyed
I
me.
agree with that.
My honorable mention, just because it didn't even have a review on Metacritic, so I didn't pick it, was Hidden in Plain Sight.
Yeah, it's a great
Never
one.
heard of it. Oh, is that just a?
It's like an
hide and seek
Xbox Live arcade game. Yeah,
Yeah, it's local
It's like-
only. It's awesome.
Nice.
super good.
game? One that I had that was under 80 but not close enough to 75 to feel like I could break the rule is Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah, I kept eyeballing it and I was like,
Yeah, it's
dude.
below 80.
Yeah.
But that's a game
love
that
that
like
game.
for all its faults ends up being really fun. Same
think
with
that-
Andromeda
I think
and
that's-
Kingdom Come Deliverance.
I think that's in my top 10 on Xbox One games as well. Final Fantasy 15.
I also feel like it kind of tapped into your JRPG love a little bit, which
Yeah, it did.
I think you knew you had, but
put
I
me, like,
think
right there.
I think that's why you look at that game as a really good one.
I do like it. Cool. All right, those
All
are
right,
the
boys,
most
we went longer than I
underrated
think we
games.
thought we were. We did good.
So, all right, do you
We done
guys
good.
want to cut it off, or do you want to play a quick 6-minute game?
What What is
It's the game that definitely isn't called Who's That Game. Definitely not called that. We're not calling it that. It's definitely not called Who's That Game. 100%.
Who's that gamey man?
It's definitely not called Who's That Game.
It's game.
All right, I got one that I think I want to always do ones that you both play, but eventually
Wolfenstein.
I won't be able to have you. Are this close.
Let's just hit one. Go. Rapid fire.
Let's see. Garrett, you have somewhere to be?
I need to poop.
Okay. Me
Just gonna be
too.
completely transparent about it. 100% that poop is ready.
Take the top with you.
All right.
I could just take the top in there. You're right.
From a score perspective, it did not score below an 8.5 on any of its Wikipedia scores.
Okay.
It received universal acclaim for the Nintendo Switch version, and generally favorable reviews for the Windows version, according to review aggregator.
Slay the Spire.
So the rule is, if you guys guess it, then if you only get one guess, or you lose.
Come on.
So you want to say Slay the Spire?
No, Slay the Spire was on everything. Don't do that.
I'm not saying it's on everything. This is just it got some reviews for those two.
It was critically acclaimed on the PC, I think, as well.
This one may kind of... In addition to save points scattered in the game, players can create redacted at any time they choose to serve as checkpoints.
Ooh. Okay, so you can create something to save at any point as checkpoints. What game am I like moving around checkpoints?
You could create something that created checkpoints.
That's interesting. We both played it?
Yeah, I'm like 99% sure. I know Garrett definitely has, and Vincent has.
Shit.
All right, the game was developed by Redacted, a collective organization without a set location. The distribution rights to the game were acquired by
Ubisoft.
The distribution rights of the game were acquired by Redacted after beginning the game's development. The game's story was inspired by The Lion King and The Iron Giant, while some of the gameplay elements were inspired by Rayman and the Metroid franchises.
Is Okami? No, Okami wouldn't be on.
Wait, did Ori have that? Where you had to build?
Oh, Ori's it for sure.
Yeah.
Good call. No, Ori's not on the Switch, is it?
Oh, that's true. It's Microsoft.
Is it on the Switch though?
You can't use it. No, you can't use the computer. You can't use the computer. No.
I don't know why I was going to do that like an idiot. Dude, was Ori on the Switch? Ori's the only game I can think of that has the saves like that.
Didn't it have that where you could like create things to save the game, or you could go to like a save?
Give us one more fact, Sammy, and let's see if it holds it
on. Oh, this is kind of cool. I'll dive in a little bit deeper on this one. Let's see. The game was unveiled on E3 2014 during Microsoft's pre-show press conference. E3 was the first time a number of these employees, the developers' employees, actually met face-to-face.
I think it's got to be it, Nick. I mean, we can get another fact to hone in, but it would make sense, dude.
It sounds like Ori. It's around the same time frame,
too. The Switch thing is the only thing I don't know, dude. The Switch thing's the only thing I don't know, but for the most part, the Lion King and Iron Giant thing lines up to a T as well. Okay, Sammy, more. More.
Definitive Edition. No.
It's a fun game. I like this game.
I'm trying to. There's just so many proper nouns in some of these things that I just don't want to. I don't want to completely give it away. Fuck me, dude. Definitive Edition was announced at Gamescom 2015. The expansion included new areas, mechanics, and artwork. Specifically, it added easy, hard, and one life difficulty. Enables fast travel between.
Was there an expansion for Ori
to help traverse the game's world?
I'm gonna go with Ori. I think we gotta say it's Ori.
The one life mechanic.
One life sounds right though. I'm gonna go with Ori.
Sure, we'll do Ori.
You are correct. It's Ori.
Nice.
So Ori came to Switch like this. It came literally like 6 months ago. Because remember,
you threw us off with saying that it reached critical acclaim on Switch. It's like, dude, that game was a darling on PC. And,
so this was whenever like Microsoft and Switch started playing, or Nintendo started playing nice together. Because remember, like Cuphead also came onto the Switch. There was like the Xbox app that was rumored to be on the Switch, like stuff like that. Banjo shows up in Smash. This was like the very first like wave of that, of them playing nice together. But yeah, I like the Lion King and Iron Giant thing. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's a great call out. It does have Lion King-esque vibes.
Totally.
No game has moved me to the point of tears within the first like 5 minutes in that game. Like the beginning when you're with like the little lovable fat mama.
Yep.
The music's hitting crisp, and you're like, dude, I'm attached to this guy. I don't want her to die.
The intro song sounds a lot like Knights of Sidonia at the same time, though, and it really confuses me. That.
Yeah, it's so true. So true.
Sweet. All right. So Ori, for this, I'm gonna try to always do games you both play.
Like
just a heads up, I'll at the very least, there'll be games you both know like very well. Like
I need to do the catalog. I'm gonna do that activity like you guys have. Go through every game I've ever played.
But it's also at the same time like, eventually we'll run out of games that you both played. So I just don't. Yeah, I'm just gonna put that disclaimer in there, so it won't always be a game you both play.
We can also swap too, like where one of us is the reader,
sure.
and you get to play too.
Yeah, sure. All right, boys.
All right, boys. This was fun.
4 done and dusted.
Great session.
All right,
and hopefully all the new equipment is
I
getting crispy.
I think everything will be fine. The only thing is the sound. We'll see if the sound is weird or not, but I think I feel good about it. I don't know. Cool. But yeah. We'll do this again next week. Cashed out. All right, let's go take shits.
All right, time to go poopy.
All right, bye, boys.
Bye, boys.